This is, in our estimation, you're 1 week into the sheltering in place. We're recording this on March 25th. And so we're just trying to imagine what it's like to have spent a week at home. Anna and I have quite different personalities, and so I'm sure we're approaching it differently. I have gone out and bought some supplies to fix my house up, and Anna is stuck in the house with her 3 kids. What's that like?
Well, Newsom, as you know, mine are big kids. Like I have Claire, who's 20. She's already in the second year of college. And then my twins were 17. But I must say that the three of them are so intense. And one of the things that I'm already noticing is that they're making fun of me the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And well, just making me feel that I'm like the best mom ever. So so far it's been a great bonding time. I really look forward to that, but there's an element of fear.
Yeah, fear?
Yeah, fear in terms of like, I hope that they can stay under control. I have been so used to some quiet
Yeah.
lately, just having one child at home, and then all of a sudden everybody's there. And I'm like, well, it's interesting. But anyways, things that I'm looking forward to, it's really like maybe catching up on some housework. And also I am really considering, and I haven't told you, but I already started writing. I'm going to go to see if I can write that first book that I'm so looking forward to.
Really? That's
Yes.
great.
And
Well, I hope I get to read it before you publish it and edit it. Anything you might have said about me in there. So I am. I'm happy for you, and I just got a kit to learn how to speak Spanish.
yes.
So I have
Yes.
another little task I can do besides all the wonderful spiritual things that we're going to be talking about now and during that time period.
And yeah, because as you know, our Spanish ministry is really doing great. And I see that ultimately, Newsom, who knows, you might be part of our speakers. Can we set a big vision for your life? So it was his birthday, and I gave him all the Spanish books. Hopefully he will become bilingual, and why not?
And frogs will fly. That can happen. It could all happen. So, Anna, you do have a method of us keeping our minds under control, don't you? A prayer method that you wanted to talk about?
Yes. Actually, before we started the dialogue, I was telling you, Unity offers so many tools that we might not speak about them all the time, but they're there. And what came to mind was the Golden Key, which is a great approach to prayer. Essentially, and I even have a brochure that I know you cannot come here to get it, but we'll be posting ideas and quotes and affirmations on the Golden Key. But the essence of the Golden Key, and you probably can explain better than me, it's just to place your attention on God and not the problem, not the difficulty. And I think that right now, everything is about the virus. And we have to be careful because we could make this experience what it needs not be.
Right. Because actually, when you think about it, most people, and this is not to negate the suffering of some people, but most people are just having a daily experience. So how we manage our minds really is predominantly what will determine our total experience.
Yes.
Because we're not outwardly suffering from the virus itself. We're just essentially trying to keep it from spreading. And so our suffering would be really only in the mind, or mostly in the mind. Now, when you do have the virus, I'm sure that's a different experience. But this is true of most of our life, either in a time of sheltering in place or when you're out and about. It's in your mind that which determines your experience. And so the golden key tells you when you're experiencing a problem to stop looking at it and to look instead at the divine, to imagine, think, feel, look at what you know of the divine, and that way you bring your mind to its highest place. And keeping it on its highest place, then your experience transcends the problem. And the problem ceases to dominate your life. And according to metaphysical ideas, it actually begins to shift the problem by you changing your attitude and your feeling state and how you're looking at it.
And I know, even though I agree that, thank God, many of us will be about staying home, we open our hearts to those who are being diagnosed. We open our hearts to those that are about to be receiving a diagnosis. We open our hearts to those who has already passed because of this virus. And the greatest thing we can do with the golden key, not only to keep ourselves centered, but to keep ourselves not generating further fear, so that those people are out there in the front lines, the doctors, the scientists, the government officials, that it's really, it's stressful times for this community, that somehow, as we stay centered in God, we are putting our best to support them energetically or spiritually, so that they can do what is theirs to do, and we get to do what is ours to do. So it's a double intention.
It's a double
here.
thing.
Yeah.
It is. It helps us. It helps the world, and we do not want to denigrate the amount of effort that people are putting out there to keep us safe and all of that. I hope that did not. My comment didn't sound that way.
I know that,
but if we don't unnecessarily worry and suffer, we can also add to the atmosphere that is helpful to them.
Exactly.
So,
and when each time I think of the golden key, this affirmation comes to mind. I don't know if you've heard it. I have it in Spanish, but since you don't know Spanish yet, I will say it in English just for your convenience. Okay, I'm being mindful and compassionate here, Reverend Neusom. But it says, it says that don't tell God how big your problem is. Tell your problem how big your God is. You see the difference? No le digas, now so it's class Spanish started today, right now. No le digas a Dios cuán grande es tu problema. Dile a tu problema cuán grande es tu Dios.
Yeah, I like that.
You like it?
Yeah. And I think that's essentially what the golden key is essentially you bring your mind to the divine and forget about your problem long enough. Emmett Fox, who wrote the golden key, basically said, when you have a problem, you look at it and then you say, I'm going to golden key it, which is you have noticed it's there, and then you withdraw the energy from it and you place your energy someplace else on the highest you can think of. This is a wonderful practice, and it's part of our sacred prayer circle is what the underlying practice that they do so that they can receive names only and still pray effectively for people, because it didn't matter what the problem was. They were just lifting their vibration toward the divine and hanging out there, which lifts all of us.
And that's why, in unity, we use denials and affirmations. We deny that something has no power over us, like this coronavirus has no power over us. And then we state the affirmation of truth, right? Now, if you really recall your unity lessons, you were aware that we were studying at the same time, but you were in the village and I was in the island of enchantment studying the unity principles. Anyways, they say don't spend too much time on denials, because when you're denying, you're actually mentioning the thing. do your denial work, and then spend more time in the affirmative work, because then your energy it's on life, on abundance, on solutions, on harmony, and that's where we all need to be here during this seclusion time.
Yeah.
This is what we need to be doing. It has to be a global collective affirmation on God.
Yes. Say your affirmations daily. I must say, I was watching Dr. Amen, who does brain health, and he was saying the quickest thing I can give you to make your day better is when you wake up in the morning, you say, this is going to be a great day. And it sets your mind going to look for evidence to prove it to be true, so that at the end of the day, you go, wow, this was a great day. Now, this is a great time to be practicing, this would be a great day, because you are creating your reality every time you say your affirmation and believe it. You shift your mind, and therefore you shift your experience.
And what if we sort of like culminate this dialogue with something really special? Do you have any idea what I'm going to do?
I have no idea.
Okay, but you trust.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I got here something from our bookstore on Charles Fillmore favorite affirmations.
Yeah.
And we love to read them out loud. And maybe you, as I read them, you can repeat them with a better accent. And that way we are like golden king, wielding that energy of God, that energy of good, that energy of possibilities that we are here to expand. Are you ready, Reverend Neusom Holmes?
Sounds like I could be ready, I think so.
Okay, it says, the joy of the Lord is your strength.
What accent should I bring to that?
Can you do a British one?
Maybe. So the joy of the Lord is your strength.
God in me is infinite wisdom. He shows me what to do.
How about Southern?
Okay.
God in me is infinite. He shows me what to do.
I didn't know we got so much talent here. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. In all ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path.
In all ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path.
I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me.
I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
That's your regular Neusom Holmes?
Yeah.
That's the best you can do?
That's the best I can do.
Okay, that's good
best
enough.
imitation of myself I could do.
All things work together for good.
All things work together for good. Really?
Yes, they do.
That's my emphatic self.
Okay. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength.
Okay. You did that well, Lana.
Okay.
Thanks.
Faith is the strength of the soul inside and lost in the man without it. And then this is his actual favorite, Charles Fillmore favorite affirmation ever.
Christ in you, your hope of glory.
You're so brilliant. No,
Ding.
oops.
Oh,
Whoops.
don't touch me.
And the last one we should do together. God is my help in every need. Together.
God is my
help in every need. And so it is.
So we will look forward to coming back and being with you on this at this time and place. And keep up the faith. Keep up the good work. And remember that there is nothing in this world that is more powerful than the Christ nature inside you. Christ in you, your hope of glory.
And so it is.
So it is. Thank you. And I appreciate you so much. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Unity of the Triangle, and come back and see us next time.
And stay connected. Go to Facebook. If you have not liked us, Unity of the Triangle, please do. And then everything you see there, share. Sharing is caring. We need to spread this word. We need to make a difference by the principles that we teach. Thank you so much.